Hello, everybody. Great day out there. Welcome to Hopelink Day. I'm Drew McGill, Chair of Hopelink Board of Directors, and it's my pleasure to kick off this celebration of Hopelink's 50 years of service to our community. I want to extend a warm Hopelink welcome to all of you. I also want to let you know that we are recording this video so that those of us in the community or those folks in the community who couldn't join us now can watch later. Over the years, the Board of Directors has consistently highlighted the focus on extending respect and dignity to everybody who walks through a Hopelink door, steps on a Hopelink bus, or more typically these days, logs onto a Hopelink Zoom call. Hopelink's vision of an equitable community free of poverty includes everyone. We welcome those of all ages, all faiths, all backgrounds, and all life experiences. We acknowledge and celebrate all the different places in which we were born and nurtured, those who call this area home or consider home in other places far away. Given that we are both looking back and we're looking forward today, I want to note that we also gather today extending presence of mind, honor, respect, and gratitude to our ancestors, to the land we live on, and to the Duwamish and other Coast Salish peoples who have lived on and cared for this land for so many generations. This anniversary also brings exciting change to Hopelink as we bid farewell to outgoing CEO Lauren Thomas. And hello and welcoming to our new CEO, Dr. Catherine Cushinberry. You still have an opportunity to leave a message for Lauren. We'll put the link to her virtual card in the chat. We're very excited to give you an opportunity to meet Dr. Cushinberry today and welcome her to our Hopelink community. Hopelink has had the honor of serving thousands of individuals, families, and households as they stabilize their lives. We thank you again for joining us today to celebrate all the work of the community. But first, we're excited to present Mayor Angela Burney of Redmond, Mayor Penny Sweet of Kirkland, and Mayor Lynn Robinson of Bellevue to read the Multicity Hopelink Day proclamation.
Today we have a proclamation to honor Hopelink's 50th anniversary. Whereas Hopelink began in Bothell, Washington in April 1971, when a group of laid-off workers responded to a devastating economic downturn by banding together to help their neighbors find jobs. And
whereas in October of 1971, the group received a grant, took on the name North Shore Multi-Service Center, moved to Woodinville, opened a food bank, and also began offering rides. And
whereas by 1984, the organization had expanded to cover most of East King County, opening centers in Kirkland, Snoqualmie Valley, Bellevue, and Redmond to provide food and other emergency assistance, while also opening the first emergency shelter in North and East King County. And
whereas in 1990, Hopelink became the first Medicaid transportation brokerage serving King County, and within 3 years had expanded to serve more than 25,000 people every year. And
whereas the organization officially took on the name Hopelink in 2000, and
whereas Hopelink expanded into North King County in 2006, opening the first emergency service center in Shoreline. And
whereas Hopelink's first transportation hub opened in Kent in 2010, and 7 years later grew into a new and expanded facility in the same city. And
whereas Hopelink currently serves 65,000 people every year, providing a network of services, 9 programs that help families, children, seniors, and people with disabilities gain stability and, when possible, exit poverty, as well as directs transportation services in King and Snohomish counties. And
whereas Hopelink's vision of a community free of poverty includes a commitment to addressing systemic racism and the inequities and circumstances that drive poverty. And
whereas for 50 years, Hopelink has served as not only a vital resource in our community, but a beacon of hope for our neighbors who are experiencing poverty and homelessness.
Now, therefore, we, the mayors of Bellevue, Bothell, Carnation, Duval,
Issaquah, Kenmore, Kent, Kirkland, North Bend,
Redmond, Renton, Sammamish, Seattle, and Shoreline jointly proclaim April 21st, 2021 as Hopelink Day.
Hopelink Day.
Hopelink Day.
and invite the community to celebrate the organization we are proud to call our own, as it continues its essential mission of helping people and changing lives for the better in our community.
I want to add my welcome to all of you to the first official Hopelink Day. On this day 50 years ago, I doubt that anyone knew what this organization would grow into, that we would serve over 60,000 people every single year, and that we would provide a full network of services that help those in crisis gain stability, while also helping people build a path out of poverty. But one thing that hasn't changed in all that time is the commitment and the compassion of neighbors helping neighbors. In 1971, it was a national recession that brought people together, neighbors helping each other find jobs. They learned very quickly that losing a job also brought other needs. So the laid-off workers started a food bank and began to provide other services such as shelter and warmth and transportation to medical appointments. In the decades that followed, other programs were added, yet the commitment to community has never wavered. For Hopelink, community includes not only those we serve every day, but also our staff, our volunteers, businesses and foundations, public officials, government officials, and of course, each of you who have joined us today. And then last year in 2020, we were all tested again, not by a recession as in 1971, but by a global pandemic that shook us all to our core. We watched in horror as violence and inequity was shown toward our Black, Asian, and Muslim neighbors, as well as others who have experienced discrimination. We are sadly very familiar with the trauma that our clients and staff deal with on a daily basis. We are often a partner in helping individuals and families recover from numerous challenges. And again, it was neighbors helping neighbors that ensured Hopelink was able to respond to a community in crisis. Over the past year, Hopelink supporters have reached out in unprecedented ways, providing food, shelter, and hope, just as a small group of people looked out for each other 50 years ago out of a tiny office in Bothell City Hall. Time passes, needs change, the spirit remains. Today is more than a little bittersweet for me as I transition to a new chapter. I've been so honored to work at Hopelink for the past 11 years, serving as CEO for the past 7 years. I've been energized by all that we've been able to accomplish together, and I've been inspired by the stories of so many who have turned to us for support. Together, we have faced challenges and embraced opportunities. And at the end of the day, I take particular pride in knowing that Hopelink is not only on course to continue to be there for those who rely on us for services each day, but also to confront systemic racism and to create a more equitable community free of poverty. And as I take this final lap with you all and join you in supporting the important work that lies ahead, I will carry with me so many very special memories. The stories you have all shared with me about your life experiences, your challenges, your achievements, and your moments of pride for yourself, your family members, they all weave together to give me a wonderful basket of memories. For now, I just want to say thank you to each of you, to all of my family, and to all of you for all you have done to support our work during my time as Hopelink CEO. It has been my honor and my privilege to serve. And now, I'm thrilled to introduce the person who will begin the journey into Hopelink's next 50 years. And I have to say that this organization and our entire community are in very good hands with Dr. Catherine Cushinberry, who is in day 3 of her new role as Hopelink CEO. And not only is she tasked with getting to know the Hopelink community virtually, she also is adjusting to a new home base and all the changes that journey brings. I have it on good authority that in addition to meeting everyone and leading Hopelink's work, she's personally looking forward to exploring our region's hiking trails, wineries, different cuisines, our fresh salmon. So not only will she be focusing on our EDI and equity initiatives, but she'll also be learning about REI and other stores and all what that will mean to her outdoor life, which we're so all excited to share with her. Catherine previously served as Executive Director of City Year Memphis in Tennessee. City Year is a national service program that unites young adults from diverse backgrounds for a demanding year of full-time community service. Prior to that time, she served for 5 years as the Director of Research for the National Office of Girls, Inc., and 4 years as the Executive Director of a Boys and Girls Club in Tennessee. She also owned a consulting business and worked with clients in the US and the Philippines, where she lived for a year. She was born and raised in North Memphis, Tennessee, and she's a product of Memphis City Schools. And now I have the great honor of introducing her to the Hopelink community. Catherine, a big Washington welcome from all of us. We look forward to sharing in your journey.
Thank you so much, Lauren. I am so grateful to be here with you today and with everyone on this call. I have to begin, Lauren, by sharing my gratitude to you for the ways in which you have helped to get me onboarded, and you will continue to be a supportive partner as I transition into this role. The ways in which you have just been so open to sharing information with me. It's just been a beautiful transition, and I'm so grateful to you for this beautiful springboard that you've created for me and the team moving forward. I'm grateful to you, and the organization is better because of your leadership. Thank you so much. Happy Hopelink Day, everybody. Happy Hopelink Day. I am Dr. Catherine Cushinberry, and so proud to be the CEO of Hopelink. I sit here because of, I hope, wisdom and kindness and thoughtfulness from the board of directors who have just been so welcoming and so warm as well in terms of sharing information, welcoming me to the area and creating a beautiful runway in terms of how this organization has been managed. This really highly effective and sharp team of staff across the Hopelink community, and to funders, donors, friends, volunteers, to everyone who has helped to establish this organization so strongly and so beautifully, and for all the ways you've welcomed me prior to me coming here. I've met some of you on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and also today in the chat. I am so grateful, and I absolutely look forward to working with you. I'm excited to be in this role, particularly the work with Hopelink, because it holds a near and dear space in my heart. I am a beneficiary, my family is a beneficiary of programs like Hopelink in DC and Tennessee, which is Memphis is where I was raised. DC is where I spent many of my summers with my great grandmother, going to get what we called commodities, and in Memphis going to get commodities and also passing them out, and my mother being a beneficiary of so many public opportunities. We traveled on public transportation. You know, there's a saying that you don't know you're poor until someone tells you you are poor. And as a child, of course, I'm just living and being. And my mother, who is on this call, who I owe a debt of gratitude for years, for my lifetime, Matilda Cushinberry, my ladybug. Thank you. My mother was a single mom and made it work. And I sit here because of the sacrifices she made. And she was the first college graduate in my family. We're very competitive. So Mom, I'm a PhD. Come on, what's next? What you got? So I'm so grateful. I love you, Mom. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your support. I am grateful for all of the ways that we were helped as a family. And so to be the CEO of Hopelink, to provide and support other families as they springboard into their opportunities and ways to exit poverty. I'm humbled to sit in this position. I'm grateful to be here, and I'm excited for the work that is to come. I'm proud. I get an opportunity to lead this organization into the next 50 years, and I stand on the shoulders of the prior CEOs, prior VPs and C-suites and managers and directors and volunteers. And again, for that, I am so very grateful. My first act in this role really is to learn. As Lauren said, I'm new to the community, I'm new to the area, I'm new to the organization, and I think one of the wisest things you can do as a new leader is to listen and to learn. And that's my intention, with the purpose of creating a very clear vision for the future for Hopelink that builds on equitable access and innovation. And I want to repeat the word, and innovation, to truly deepen Hopelink's reach. I am just so grateful. I'm looking forward to working with other organizations in the community, getting to know you, to understand how we partner, to create ways to really build bridges so that we maximize resources in the community for all the families and children that we serve. I'm excited to get to know state legislators, our mayors, all those working in state and county, city government. I'm looking forward to meeting everybody. I'm looking forward to doing great work together, to meeting those who fund and those donors, just everyone, because there is so much there's a lot of great work that has happened and it's happening, and there is even more and greater good to do. And so I'm excited to do it in partnership with you. I would be remiss before I end if I didn't say thank you, not only to everyone who has welcomed me here, but to everyone on the call, from my family and friends in Memphis and Tennessee and Arkansas, Indiana, all over the country who have joined today, members of my former staff with City Year Memphis. I see you with your red jackets on, and I am so grateful. To me, that is a very powerful message. Thank you for being here. Again, to my mother and to my family, thank you for the ways in which you've supported me. And Mom, you never told me there was anything I couldn't do. And so I sit here because I can do anything. And I'm grateful to you for that message and pouring into my life. Everyone, I'm excited to join you and to be a member of this community, and to provide opportunities for families to have the opportunity and greater that my family and I were able to experience and to learn and grow from. So thank you so much. I'm grateful to be here, and I look forward to the work to come. Thank you.
Hi, I'm King County Council Chair Claudia Balducci, and I am delighted to be here to share with you this recognition on behalf of the County Council in support of Hopelink's 50th anniversary. Whereas Hopelink was founded in 1971 to serve homeless and low-income families, children, seniors, and people with disabilities in King and Snohomish counties, and whereas their mission is to promote self-sufficiency for all members of the community and to help people make lasting change. And whereas to accomplish this mission, they provide food assistance, family development, financial assistance, employment services, housing services, transportation services, and more. And whereas they provide these services at centers in Redmond, Bellevue, Kirkland, Shoreline, and Snow Valley. And whereas Hopelink's housing and transportation programs help over 63,000 people each year. And whereas, in response to changing community needs, Hopelink has grown and adapted over time, adding new programs such as the mobile food bank they rolled out in 2019. And whereas people who receive services from Hopelink report peace of mind, feeling safe and supported, more independence, and increased confidence. Now, therefore, I, King County Council Chair Claudia Balducci, recognize and celebrate Hopelink's 50th anniversary and thank them for the invaluable services they provide to the residents of King County. Thank you so much, Hopelink, for helping our community thrive for 50 years. Here's to 50 more.
Okay, well, hey, thank you everybody. And I want a special thanks to the Cushinberry Friends and Family in Memphis for sharing Dr. Cushinberry with us. She's gonna make a very positive impact up here, and we're just so glad to have her up here in this next phase of Hopelink's future. For everybody, check in each month, because we're gonna have different ways to celebrate 50 years of Hopelink. You can join us on the 50th anniversary celebration site on Hopelink's website, as well as social media. We'll be posting new content and ways to celebrate through October. The link is also in the chat. It will be in the chat. Please join us in October for our Reaching Out luncheon as we wrap up the celebration and look forward to launching our next 50 years. Thank you.